Hey everyone, I'm Levi. He's Levi. And I was having a lot of issues in terms of the development world because I'm quite new into it. And I was wondering if Levi, myself, would help me. So, can you help me? Yeah, sure. First, you have to stop watching coding tutorials, stop coding, try to avoid being consumed by a niche, stop trying to be a one-man army. It's okay to not know everything, share knowledge, and stop being a noob. Okay, thanks. But some of those things just didn't make any sense. Don't worry, I'll explain. Okay. Hello everyone, what's up? Good morning. Good afternoon or good evening or whatever time you're in. So basically today I'll be sharing with you common mistakes software developers make, the newbies, and I think there are majorly like 7 of them. So let's get straight right into it. The first one is basically to stop watching coding tutorials, and I think a lot of mistakes new software developers make is they consume themselves in new coding tutorials, and they consume themselves in new coding tutorials, and they end up spending months watching these coding tutorials, and they end up making zero progress without even implementing what they've learned for those months. And it's like it takes a lot of wasted time and energy, and you feel like, oh, you know JavaScript now, or you know Java now, you know Python now, you know PHP now, but like you end up spending months watching those tutorials, and then at the end of whatever amount of time you've spent, you want to do a project, but you can't do that project. Why? Because you haven't implemented what you've learned in a real life project. Like, obviously you've done coding tutorials, they've given you tests to do, but you haven't actually done a project for yourself. So stop watching coding tutorials. I can say give yourself like a month or so to like learn one particular language, but like once you're done with that, you have to start trying to implement your project. You cannot be doing a recycled activity of learning tutorials over and over again, because you will not get anything done. So learn one language, spend a month, give yourself a month to learn the language, and then afterwards try and implement what you've learned so far in a real life project, a personal project. The second thing I would say is to stop coding. Now, what do I mean by stop coding? Stop coding. People get stuck a lot when they're trying to do something. Like, they get stuck along the way. They basically hit a brick wall, and they think that if they keep trying to learn, trying to fix that bug they have or that error they have, if they keep looking at the computers and spend the whole day on it, they will try to fix it. But the truth about the matter is you're actually extending how long it would take to fix the problem. Because what I do is when I have an issue, when I have a bug I have to fix, what I do is I leave my computer for a couple of days. Could be a day or two, probably a week, sometimes even more. It depends on how serious it is, and then I just play games. I watch movies, and along the line, when I come back to it, I see that okay, I have like a rehabilitated mind. My mind has rested, and I would be more effective in trying to figure out what the problem is, why my code wasn't working, why my app wasn't working, and then I would actually fix the problem faster. Now, another way to fix the problem, obviously, is to ask for help. And if you have a senior software developer that could help you out with the problem, that could also be a quick fix. But if you're in a situation where you can't do that, then you have to take a break and then think about other things and try to do other stuffs, which should also build your confidence when you get back to trying to fix your bug. So stop coding. The next one will be try to avoid being consumed by your niche. Now, people think because you're a software developer, you have to watch coding movies, you have to read coding books 24/7, you have to write about books, you have to always watch tutorials, which I've already talked about. But that is not the case. You have to also be influenced by other niche, as other practices from other what I call departments, or from other job titles will actually play an impact in your software development career. Like, if you're a software developer, you can go into other niches, not like go into, but you could look at digital arts and you can see like a lot of things they apply there, even in their softwares. It can be applied in programming based on layers and what you should do, where you shouldn't touch, how you should organize your work, and things like that. So it doesn't mean you should be always consumed by your niche. It doesn't mean that. It's just means you should take a break once in a while and see what other people are doing and try to apply that in your work, which could also make what you do really unique. And the next one will be stop trying to be a one-man army. Now, a lot of newbies, the mistake they make is they try to do everything themselves. Because there's this saying in the software world, it says, stop trying to reinvent the wheel. So stop trying to reinvent the wheel. Stop it. There are a lot of libraries out there. There are a lot of already made things that could quicken your workflow. You cannot try to code everything from scratch and say, oh, I'm a software developer and I can do this from scratch. Hey, look, I did all this from scratch. No one gives a shit about what you did from scratch. Like, you just get the job done. No one cares how you did it. As long as you get the job done, then it's cool. So don't try and say, okay, I did it from scratch. No one gives a fuck about that. So, dude, try and do things faster. Try to shorten how long it takes to get what you have to do done. No one cares about the process. Just get it done. Next is it's okay to not know everything. Now, people think that, okay, they want to, they have to know everything about software development, but that is not the truth. You just have to know the core concepts and basically build a team around you that can fill in those gaps you have. You don't have to know everything. It's okay to ask for someone for help about something. Just because you're a software developer doesn't mean you basically know everything. No, you don't have to know everything. You need to have friends, though, that are in software development world that will guide you and will help you out whenever you're facing a challenge. And the sixth problem is it's okay to share knowledge, guys. Don't be selfish with what you know. Don't be selfish with what you know. Be open to sharing knowledge. Trust me when I say you do not want to be the smartest person in the room. And I know it gives you a kind of pride to think that, okay, I'm the smartest person here, but trust me, you do not want to be the smartest person in the room. And if you're the smartest person in the room, then you're obviously in the wrong room. You have to go to another room with people 10 times smarter than you, because you have to share knowledge and help people grow in their own field too, because they might even grow faster than you might grow, and then they might even help you out in challenges you might face in the future, or they might even grow and then move to another field, and then that you might need that field in the future, and that would be like a bonus for you. So you have to share what you know, and it would be like a real plus to you. And the last one, the major one, is to stop being a noob, guys. Stop being a noob. Because you're into software development now, oh, I need to learn Python. Well, guess what? You shouldn't be learning Python, first of all. If you haven't done anything concerning coding ever before, you shouldn't be jumping into Python. In my opinion, you should learn, you should go into web development first. And I see a lot of people make this mistake. I see a lot of people make this mistake where they go, where they start from app development, because web and app development are two totally different fields. Because you're a web developer does not mean you can be an app developer. These principles are different. How things are arranged are different. The implementation is totally different. Obviously, languages are different. So the design principles are also different. So just because you're into web development doesn't mean you should just jump into app development. So don't jump into Python, in my opinion. For a start, you have to do coding first and be comfortable with some level of code. You have to know HTML, you have to know CSS, you have to know JavaScript and the frameworks before you can go into any backend language. Sure, Python is simple, but I mean, you cannot tell me you know Python without like trying to learn HTML and CSS. I mean, come on, guys. So like, just do some JavaScript too, and then you can go into Python, and then from there you can go into PHP. Then when you're comfortable with this level of code, then you can go into app development or app design if that is what fancies your fancy. 7 common mistakes in software developers make. 7th one, I said, stop being a noob. And there's something I didn't mention. Don't put stickers on your laptop. I mean, don't put stickers. Don't put stickers at the back of your laptop, please. Do not do that. It's annoying. Like everyone knows you're a noob for doing that. Like just stop. Stop with the stickers. Stop with the coding shirts. Stop with the constant post about coding. Stop constantly talking about programming. Whenever you hear someone talk about Python, you want to jump into the conversation. Just stop being a noob, guys. Stop being a noob. Stop being a noob. Go out there, take action, and start doing what you want to do now. Don't wait until until you've learned a language finally, because the truth of the matter is, any idea you have and any idea you want to build, you might have a particular idea of what the market might be, but when you go into the market, that is not how it's going to be. You're still going to have to make adjustments. So the longer you delay and say, oh, you're not ready, you have to get this amount of money, you have to know this and that, you're just delaying yourself. Get the knowledge you have, work with what you have, try and start building anything you want to build. Do not wait until you have all the tools, because you will never have all the tools. You're just deceiving yourself. You're just delaying your startup. Just go and fucking do it. Levi Fuel, stay awesome. Peace out. Hello everyone, what's up? It's Levi Fuel and welcome to the Levi Fuel channel. Like I said in my previous video, at the end of the video, I don't know if you made it to the end, but I'm a software developer. I'm into iOS development. I'm in app development. I do 2-dimensional and 3-dimensional arts and animations as well. And I'll be sharing a lot of tutorials on here and a lot of things I've been able to do that help me overcome some challenges I had in the past so far in my career. And if that's something that tickles your fancy, if that's something you're into, if you're into my niche and you want to learn something from me, I'm sure I can also learn something from you, then you should stick around and subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you later on my videos.